Hey there, good afternoon. Welcome to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So this is the series that we've been doing, that we started yesterday, April the 2nd. This is the second band, or the 29th band, if you prefer to go backwards, which is what I'm doing here, for our series, which is called Dynamic Duos. For those of you who may not have gotten on the bus yet, basically I'm talking about those dynamic duos from rock bands that had a legendary or maybe a very frontal type frontman who was also the big singer in the group, who went on to become famous, or he was the lyricist, or he did everything, you know. Most of these guys did everything, pretty much. So they were the front leaders of the band. And then you have a guitarist who's either a great riff master, or maybe he has some incredible guitar solos, or maybe he wrote most of this really catchy music. And together, this team really had an impact on the music of not only this band, but rock and roll in general. And so today, we're here to talk about a band that I haven't listened to a ton in my life, but I am very familiar with their music. I have listened to it a bit. I did have another band here at one point, but I realized that this band should be here instead of that band, mostly because of my familiarity with the band. I was much more familiar with their music than I was with the other guys. So we're talking about The Faces, which features lead vocalist, frontman Steward, and guitar player, eventually Rolling Stone, Ron Wood. So this is a great combo. These two have a lot of similarities between them. They have the same kind of hairstyle. They have the same kind of rocky feel, that real bluesy feel to them. Ron Wood has that great guitar abilities, and then you have Rod Stewart with those real catchy kind of bluesy kind of gruff voice that he has, that few have like that, but he is fantastic in that area. I am not a huge Rod Stewart fan, solo stuff, but I do really like some of the Faces stuff here. So yeah, I don't actually have any of their albums either, which is surprising. I know I had at least one when I was growing up, but it must have been an LP and hasn't been replaced yet. But it's definitely an album I would take immediately if I found it. Anyways, both have had great impacts on that style of music. I think they complement each other very well on stage. They're just very noticeable individuals, and both of them are top of the field, or like really sound in their particular genres of music. Rod Stewart, of course, went on to a solo career, which he did a lot of great stuff with. He has that kind of voice that many people like. He's very big with the women too, so as far as his voice and everything goes. Ron Wood, of course, has those great rhythms and great guitar ability and fantastic soloing, and of course helped write a lot of this music. This band is one of the first bands that we're going to talk about that also had a lot of abilities from other members of the band too, and as did Dio and Blackmore's Rainbow as well, when they had, you know, all those guys that were in the band. But these were the guys that were the leaders, and such a good combination here. And so they're going to come in on day number 2 at ranking number 29. And for those of you who haven't seen the first video or didn't hear my explanations, the first half of the first half of this series they could all switch around fairly easily. I did choose some over others because they had a more lengthy career together, or they had that one fantastic album together, or they become legends in their field and their abilities with other bands as well. So I did give them a lot of leeway here, but it's up and it could go either way. And the top half is more cemented. and my feelings about them. And it's of course based on the same thing, the length they were together, the amount of music they produced, how legendary was it, how does it affect me, is it among my favorites, all those kind of things. So I hope you did enjoy this episode number 2, which features rock dynamic duo from the Faces, Rod Steward and Ronnie Wood. So please if you liked it, who was your choice for today? Who would you go with? And please subscribe, it's much appreciated. And we'll be back with day 3 in not too short of a time. So have yourself a good day. Take care. Bye.